We are talking to Maggie. She was Cimarroli. Are you no sick now?
I am no sick now, yes.
When did that happen?
Well, technically I got married last year.
What?
And then it took, yeah. So I got married last May. But I didn't change my name. It took me so I just changed my name, not too long ago. But
okay.
I've been going back and forth. Haven't quite started using my new name yet, so.
It's hard once you've been something.
It is hard.
Yeah, I'm going to change mine back to my maiden name because but you've marketed yourself as Cimarroli, so it's hard to change it back. Because people know you as that, so I get it. But nutrition educator, St. Louis Dairy Council, it is ice cream month, and what a better month than July to do it, right?
I agree, yeah, and especially because of the weather in the last couple of weeks, it's been, feels like 100 degrees outside. That's what I keep looking at my weather app, and it's feels like 100.
Yeah, well, and we missed June completely. I don't know what happened to it, but there's a little town called Medora back home in North Dakota, and when we would visit North Dakota, it's like an old western town, they had an ice cream shop, and that would always say ice cream social at 3 o'clock. And I kept saying, what the heck is an ice cream social? I still don't quite understand because all we did was go get ice cream. So can you explain what that is?
Yeah, so an ice cream social it's kind of, if you were going to have, maybe you're going to have some people over, or maybe you're having ice cream for a couple different people. So an ice cream social is going to be multiple different kinds of ice cream, or you can do just one if that's what you want to do, but multiple different ice creams. So people can pick their own ice cream, and then multiple different toppings. So same thing, people can pick different toppings, and you can do sweet, you can do savory, you can do fruit on there, you can do different color or different kinds of chocolate syrup or caramel syrup, and it's really just a kind of just a fun and different way to maybe have ice cream or to get kind of more people involved. And like I mentioned, if you have, if you're having, maybe you have a lot of kids home this summer, or maybe, they want to have their friends over or a birthday party or something, that's the perfect time to get all the ice cream out, get all the different kinds of toppings out, and let them all just kind of make their own.
Yeah, but hurry up because it'll melt. Now, it was in the 1860s in South Dakota Lady, so that makes perfect sense that they'd have one in Medora. So now I get it. But I got to tell you, you know how weird I am with dairy, but I love it. It just doesn't love me back. But there is nothing better than vanilla ice cream when it comes to dessert. Vanilla ice cream with caramel syrup and bacon bits. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's actually a really popular flavor right now.
I had no idea.
Bacon. Yeah. I think just people are looking for just something different, but tried and true vanilla, that is still the number one ice cream flavor. I mean, for years.
Yeah.
And I think the great thing about vanilla is you can add whatever you want to it. You can add whatever flavors or whatever toppings. You're always, again, going to get just that delicious vanilla flavor. But yeah, and then you can kind of get a little creative. And like you said, put bacon on there or put, I know different kinds of nuts are sometimes really popular. So you can put different kinds of nuts on there. You can do fruit on there if maybe you're having it, maybe you're, trying to get an extra fruit serving for the day. Put some strawberries on there, or put some, some fresh sliced peaches. Peaches are starting to come into season, so to put some peaches on there, and but you can be as creative as you want to be.
Yeah, and a lot of people are crazy enough to do all those things. They are. They will do them.
Yes.
Not me. I'm very plain Jane. But ice cream is milk, basically frozen and made creamy. So it's creamy and delicious, but it's really, really cold. So it melts fast in the summer heat. So if you're going to get your kid an ice cream cone, don't get a triple scoop. Just get one scoop, or it's going to be running down their hand and that whole thing. But it's really great. I had an ice cream maker at home, and I used it once, and then I gave it to my friend Liz because I'm just not good at making things happen the way they're supposed to. I could never get it to work right.
Yeah, and sometimes, I mean, making ice cream is, and it's kind of like a science. I mean, it's kind of like baking. I feel like it's like, you know, it's like some people are just really good at baking and they know how to do it and it turns out right. And I feel like ice cream's kind of the same way. It is. You can, like you said, you know, if you have an ice cream maker, definitely take advantage of it. And you know, there might be some trial and error, but I just got an ice cream maker last year, and I think I've only made ice cream once, and I used too much milk. The whole thing overflowed. So
Yeah.
so it definitely does take a little bit of practice. But yeah, if you have an ice cream maker, you can make ice cream. Again, you know, like you mentioned, it's made from milk, so you need your milk, cream, sugar, and then if you're making vanilla, you could do a little bit of vanilla in there. If you want different flavors or different toppings, you can add those in there as well. And usually you have to churn it for about 20 to 30 minutes to kind of get that frozen consistency.
Non-stop.
But yes, yes. But if you don't have an ice cream maker, you can actually make it in a bag. That's actually I really like making it in a bag. It does take a little bit of extra effort, but again, like I mentioned, if you have kids, this is a great activity for kids to do. But basically you get like a bigger, you know, like a 2-gallon, bag, like zipper bag, and then get a smaller, like a 1-gallon bag. And so you're going to put your ice. You're going to actually put kind of like rock salt inside that ice, and then inside your bag you're going to put, again, your milk, your cream, your sugar, and whatever flavorings you want. Make sure those bags are sealed up really tight, and then you're just going to shake them. You're going to shake them for about 10 minutes. I always go a little over because, like you said, as soon as you open that bag, it starts to melt right away. So. But yeah, so those are two really simple ways that you can do it. And there's also a no churn method, but I think the zipper, the mixing it in a bag I think that's the way to go.
That's probably the best way. I used to have a neighbor, Bub, who had this wooden bucket, and he was out there churning. He had the best ice cream, and I was like, I just don't have that in me. But you always have great recipes. I've got a minute left. What's your recipe this month?
Yes. So this recipe is a s'mores ice cream pie. And if you love s'mores in the summertime, definitely take advantage of it. But it's going to be a graham cracker crust. You're going to use some, basically graham crackers and butter, make a crust. And then you can use whatever kind of ice cream you want. This one calls for a chocolate or a fudge swirled ice cream, but use vanilla. Or use, you know, whatever flavor you like to use. You're going to use about 2 cups of mini marshmallows, and you're actually going to put those in the oven and let them toast for just a little bit, just so they get kind of that toasted top on them.
Yeah.
But you're going to put those on top of your ice cream, so your crust, then your ice cream, your marshmallows on top, drizzle it with some chocolate syrup, stick it in the freezer until it's frozen, and then pull it out and ready to eat. But
where's the butter come in? I've only got 10 seconds, so I better stop asking questions. All right, where can they go to get the recipe?
Yeah, so our recipe is on our website, which is stldairycouncil.org, or our Facebook and Instagram at STL Dairy Council.
Check it out. Maggie Nosek, nutrition educator at St. Louis Dairy Council. Thanks for the goodies the other day. We loved them.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm glad you enjoyed them.
Yeah, I'll talk to you again next month.
All right. Thanks, Fawn.
Bye, Maggie. Bye-bye.
Bye.